Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering Nightwing issue 109 and World's Finest issue 22. I'll now get things organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So for the first one that I'll be reviewing, it will be Nightwing issue 109. And moving into the first area of rating, and that is for the cover. Does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside of the story? In essence it does, to which I give a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle and of course the end. Yes, I will be covering the backstory as well in relation to the art, and also give a story rating for that. So as the story begins, Nightwing witnesses Fingo's adoptive brother have an attack at Killing Bee, and of course he dives in. And we'll now move into the area of the middle of the story. So as we start to jump towards the area of the middle of the story, Nightwing comes in and of course disturbs the plans of Bee's brother. And last but not least, we move towards the end, to which we move into something completely stupid and absolutely not necessary in this story. I know what rating I gave the story, but maybe it should actually be lower than what it was actually rated. Of course, we move into the beginning of the art for the second story, to which we get to see the character of Damien doing some investigation. And last but not least, Damien gets turned into a cat. So for the art rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the stories. First things first, I'll cover what we actually had in the story. So did we get any comic references? No. Next is the area of time, to which we had then being used. Next is the area of location, to which we saw the Batcave, Gotham, and of course the Gotham Zoo, which was mainly the backup story. Next is the cast of characters, to which we had Nightwing, Alfred B, and Damian Wayne Robin. I couldn't tell who the rest of the characters were in the main story. So moving to the main story rating, being story 1, I gave a 6 out of 10. I think I might drop it to a 5.5 out of 10 as of right now. But for story 2, I give a 6.5 out of 10, as it was also done by the same writer. And it was somewhat funny, a little bit more interesting. Now it's time to move into World's Finest, issue 22. So, as we begin to move into World's Finest, issue 22, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art as we have a look at what's happening story-wise with the cast of characters, and also the internal art. So as we jump towards the beginning of the story, we of course have the main cast of characters from Earth Prime taking on members of Earth 22, and we do learn that this is happening around one of the locations of the Gog Citadel. As we jump a little bit further within the story, we get to see some other members that make up this Earth, as well as Gog. And last but not least, towards the end, which we get to see one of the members of this main world, as we get to learn a little bit more as to what's happened in this world. For the internal art, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. So first things first, considering how far we are, did we get any comic references to any of the previous issues? Even if it's a previous issue connected to the beginning of this arc? No, we didn't. Though it would not hurt to maybe see one included. Next is the area of time, to which we had nothing mentioned at all. The locations that we got were Earth 22 and the Citadel. The cast of characters consisting of Thunderman, Gog. We saw members of the Justice League of this particular Earth, as well as the main Batman and Superman of the original, or Earth Prime. We got to see Etrigan, Kara, and of course some members of the Green Lantern. For the overall story rating in this, I give it a 7 out of 10. The story felt like it was trying to compact a lot of information in this particular issue. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.